developer on the East Coast. Just built a brand new luxury compound out in Malibu.
It's really isolated. It's pretty much the top. It will be challenging to get the buyers as well as the busy, top-notch agents out here. We have a very intense situation.
Every day at auction, properties are being sold. The client is relying on me to give them the accurate value without being able to go inside of it. Check this out, they must have had a dog.
We walk into every imaginable mishmash of house.
It's going to be difficult.
From a developer in the East Coast. He just built this architectural compound out in Malibu. He knows that you do architectural for LA here, and he wanted to know if you had time to run by and take a look at it.
Did he tell you anything about the house? Doran Gelfand has a lot of great projects and luxury real estate developments on the East Coast, and he has finally decided to make a move on the West Coast. This would be a great opportunity to build a long-term working relationship. When did he want me to go see it?
He says his designer is up at the house right now and wanted to show the place to you.
Today's a little crazy. Do I even have time?
I think it's worth doing. I can juggle some stuff around.
Okay, sounds good. Can you text me the address? In real estate, whenever you get a lead, you want to move real quickly. It's a very competitive business, and if we don't move quick, somebody else will.
This is Steven.
Hey, Steven, it's Shane.
Hey, Shane, how's it going? What you got today?
We got a quick hitter. This is in the South Conte Circle area on Elvira Street.
Okay. Every day at the courthouse steps, homes are being sold at auction, and that is the true foreclosure sale. And Shane works for Anchor Homes, a company I work with often that buys and flips homes.
We need to get condition and your value in less than about 20 minutes.
All right, I'll head over there right now. When Anchor Homes calls me, I have to, right at that moment, go see the property, give them values without being able to go inside of it. They have about a 30-minute leeway. And it's very exciting because it keeps me on my toes. So I'm over at the property.
Okay, great.
You know, the whole house needs to be painted. It needs landscaping. I would assume that the bathrooms, the kitchen, all need to be redone. I would say that the value's around 1.1 if this house was done. There is risk for myself as a real estate broker to just perform on the spot like that. But in what business, you know, isn't there risk? If you could buy this at the right price, it could be really great because the location is terrific.
Okay, great. I really appreciate it.
All right, well, good luck.
Hey, how's it going?
It's really isolated.
It's way up at the top, is it?
It's pretty much the top. Once I pulled through the gate, I immediately thought it will be challenging to get the buyers as well as the busy, top-notch agents out here. That said, I absolutely love to go into exciting properties.
Come on in, I'm Sherry. I've got tons of stuff to show you.
It's a very dramatic entry. It's gorgeous.
Thank you. There are places for horses, and there's a wine vineyard. So we're looking at multiple acres here.
Wow.
And as you can see, the view is the main focus of the house.
You have a view of Santa Monica there. That's Catalina over there as well?
Yep. You can basically have a panoramic view of everything.
Wow. This is probably one of the most stunning views I've seen in Los Angeles.
You have no neighbors in your way whatsoever. If someone wants that solitude, then this is the home for them.
Yeah, and the fact that it's such an open plan, I mean, you could really have massive parties here.
You know, the developer really wanted to make his stamp here in the LA luxury market, and so this is his first project.
So once we sell this house, there'll be many more projects to come.
I'm hoping so, yeah.
I really want to work with this developer in the future, and I know that the key to that is to ensure that I sell this property.
Go on ahead to the master suite, because you have to see this.
Oh my God, it's so sexy.
Do you feel how kind of the mood changes as you're in here? Because once again, we're talking about the view, right?
So basically, this house is your own private 5-star resort.
Exactly.
Wow, look at the shower. Huge. You could have 20 people in here.
I know. It's a little obscene.
It really could be. You know, I think this house is a magnificent house on a great site. I think it's absolutely sellable. On a more general approach, I would like to get some national and international exposure in our foreign markets. Then get the architectural community through here, celebrities, Fortune 500 CEOs, and see what we can do.
As the developer and I got closer towards the end of the project, we knew it was important to start finding the right person to sell this piece of property. I think Aaron is a fantastic fit. He has the connections. He knows who to market this house for, and that is the most important part at this point.
We'll come up with a real comprehensive campaign that'll ensure success.
Awesome.
It was definitely worth it to drive to this property, but it was certainly long. I think one of the challenges to selling this house is to be able to get the buyers as well as the real estate community out here. The way to do it is to have a great party. So I'm going to talk to my team and figure out the right strategy to get all the agents and potential buyers up to this estate.
I'm here to meet the team from Anchor Homes because they won the auction on the South Carthay property. How you doing?
Steven, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Today's the first time we get to get inside, and I hope that it'll be an easy and profitable flip like I told them it would be.
My main concern is that we, in the end result, compete with the Spanish haciendas that are in this neighborhood because they're really beautiful. So we need to make sure we create character with this piece.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Check this out, they must have had a dog.
Since we don't get to see the inside typically at trustee sale, we walk into every imaginable mishmash of house.
What happens to the mantle? Boy, they really butchered that thing. And then we have this kitchen. I think what I want to do is see this room on the other side, and we can open this up so that this is one big square space as opposed to a rectangle.
I agree.
Steven here is a niche agent in this market. He really understands what the buyer in this particular market is looking for.
To compete with the other homes in the neighborhood, we really need to be sure that the master suite that we do is really fantastic. By having nice closet space, having a master bath.
This is going to be difficult. Really lean on Steven. He helps us get the project into shape to sell at the end of the day and back into a buyer's hands.
Well, look at this. Look at this, Robert.
Ding, ding, ding. We got lucky here. Guess we caught enough bad breaks at the auctions. This is one of the better breaks we caught.
I was really surprised about the bonus space because when I had walked around the house, it really looks like just a very deep garage, but it gives the house that much more livability. It's a major selling feature. The house is so much better than I thought it was. This property is going to go for more than what I priced it at when I just was walking around the outside.
Well, that won't hurt our feelings.
Right. Since they got this property for about $600,000 and it'll sell for well over 1.1, there's definitely a lot of room to turn a good profit. But once they spend their money, they expect to get it back fast.
All right, goodbye.
Wow.
If I want to remain their go-to broker, I have to keep the project on track and get it on the market as soon as possible.
Talking about here, guys. Good morning. How is everyone?
Great. Fantastic.
Just to fill you guys on the situation, because I know Roger's somewhat filled in, we listed Doran's Malibu estate. As it would have it, I got a call from a event planner that's having a big charity event that needed a place, and I figured take this opportunity and make it happen. And what better location than Doran's house? Once we get people into the house will sell. Problem is, you know, it's a little bit far up the hill in Malibu, and it's really key that we get a lot of the right agents and buyers up there.
How far up?
Way up.
I guess that's the question.
The only thing they didn't build was a helicopter pad.
Let's not over-exaggerate, Roger. He's so sarcastic. It's at the top. We're looking for a buyer that wants privacy and good architecture, and what better way to find that buyer than a party? We need to do the international buyers, the architectural buyers, the estate buyers. We need to just hit it really fast and furious.
How are we going to get all these people up to Malibu?
We'll have to do some kind of a shuttle, I think. It's the only way to get anybody up there, whether it's SUVs or car services or something.
Absolutely. I want people to have a great time at the party. I want people to feel free to drink and not have to worry about driving.
The party guys already planned everything else.
Exactly, and it's going to be an awesome event.
You got live music and everything?
And you know there's going to be a great fashion show, lots of food, lots of great entertainment. We have a lot to do in a very small period of time. We got to get the invites out, make sure that we get all the right buyers, sellers, brokers. We're going to have a lot of luxury automobiles taking people up to the party. To do all that in a week and a half is very hard. If we do our job right, we will be able to sell this house.
Sounds good.
Good.
We'll be on it.
All right, guys.
I'm excited to have you see it today because it's been stripped barren.
Look at this.
Here
Wow, all the grass is gone.
I know, but it already feels bigger, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks better already.
Yeah.
Part of what I do for my sellers and as a listing agent is to really help them prepare the house, prepare the property to maximize the sale.
Hey, Matt.
Hello. Hi, Matt.
Steven.
In this situation, it's really exciting that I get to help mold and shape the listing. When you're dealing in residential real estate, it's all about how you feel when you're in a space. You know, in looking at this, I'm thinking that this should be framed in so that it's a traditional doorway into this room.
Okay, I agree.
That's a good idea. Here's the atrium.
Right now, this is a negative, and it's the first thing you see, and so it's really important that this really be done in a way that becomes a focal point. You guys, this is great. I love how this is opened up.
Before, this was such an odd configuration of odd rooms, weird hallways.
Well, it was a hallway, a room, a bathroom, and a bedroom.
Right.
I'm very pleased that the master suite is being addressed. We're going to get a higher return on investment based on the work that has been done in making the floor plan corrections. Amazing. I mean, last time we were here, I didn't know how you were going to lay this out. The house needs a fair amount of work, but I think it's going to look great when it's done. Getting it staged will bring it to life. Then it's about getting people in the door and hopefully an offer. It took a little bit of time, but the renovations are finally finished. And I'm meeting Donna and the designer, and hopefully the house is staged the way I had envisioned it, because we're having an exclusive showing for all the Keller Williams Beverly Hills agents. How does it look?
It looks fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Wow, look at this. I love how the space changed.
What we tried to do here was to give us nice sort of access around this space.
Yeah. And so now it just brings you right into the main part of the house, because this is the nucleus of the house.
We do a lot of character homes of this era, but you don't often get to create this sort of center floor plan, which is more in tune with how we live today.
And it's everything I imagined it would be.
Staging is very important for homes because it actually really helps people visualize themselves in the house. If you can sort of get that feeling at the front door, that emotional response at the front door, you've got a really good chance of selling a house straight away.
This is terrific. It feels twice as large.
Doesn't it? But you still have the character items like the breakfast nook and the butler's pantry.
You know, this is exactly the look and the feel that buyers want.
It's really good, isn't it?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to show it to the agents tonight.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm very pleased with the way the house turned out. The renovations ended up costing about $200,000, and if I can get Anchor Homes over 1.1 for this property, then they stand to turn a profit of around $400,000, and they'll be very happy. Beautiful.
It's the room where we had the largest transformation because it was really important, as you know, to create a master suite, and we ended up sort of getting a master retreat with the sitting area and looking out to the outside.
This is an incredible accomplishment. It's going to be hard to part with this house.
I know.
The bonus room staged as a screening room I thought was perfect because it really informs a use for the room. It is the icing on the cake.
And we weren't sure what we could do budget-wise with this. You know, it was a surprise to us as well. So I think it was the best choice for the space.
This was money well spent. All the Keller Williams Beverly Hills agents are coming, and I'm so excited to show them this property. So let's do it.
Tonight's a big night. We have a huge party. We have a great list of high-end buyers, brokers, and people that are planning on attending.
This is spectacular.
Whenever you throw a new bed, it's always nerve-wracking because you just never know how it's going to turn out, how many people are going to show, and I also want people to have a good time while they're here. I wanted you to really enjoy and feel this house in the architectural open space that the designer has created.
If you can get a buyer out of an open house like this, it absolutely is worth every single penny that you put into it because it creates a lot of action. So you could really see what this will look like when the person who finally buys this house entertains.
Master with 2 bedrooms that were combined. Thank you for coming.
I
love the before and afters, and I love that Stephen did that. That was very clever of him to show, because buyers and people in general just relate so much to seeing that transition, especially when it's dramatic like that.
That was